So, more on this twin flame journey. The realization that I had about, I gave an analogy like of, see how I want to come at this. There's two parts. So, the one part is that because we meet at the soul level, we're meeting in the meeting place between us is where the soul meets the universe or God. It's like we are entering into this dimension from the same entry point. So that is the place in which our souls meet, which our souls meet as clean and clear of um, the ego, which the ego is the belief that we are separate from the everything, the all, the God, um, the universe. Because we are all one. We're all part of one big, breathing, live entity, which is Earth and everything on Earth and everything in this existence, in this 3D existence. And so the place of our meeting is from that, the portal from which the soul comes to be. Only we're in two separate bodies. So I kind of imagine it. I kind of drew it out this morning, actually. I kind of imagine it as like a pyramid. And the place of our meeting is at the top of the pyramid. And each of us are in 3D in separate bodies. So which means that we have the same soul and the same entry point, only all the crap that got put on top of it is different. He's different than I am in that way. I'm looking for the drawing that I made because I drew it out as I saw it this morning when I got up. I'm not going to waste a bunch of time on that while I'm videoing, but if I find it pretty quickly, then I will show it to you because I think it's right here. Yeah, it is. So in order for us to, when we meet up, it is without all the 3D crap on top of it. It's our two souls meeting. And here, see? I did like the bottom is the physical, and the top is the meeting point and where we come to be from the one, from God. And that is our meeting point. And for that reason, anything that he speaks to me on all the different levels, from the soul all the way down. So every word that he says to me has more than a double meaning. It has like meanings on every level, all the way up to the soul level. And it touches me deep. And everything that he says, I take and what does that mean? What does that mean about me? And it reflects to me in every single place that if it touches me in a place that I'm not completely sure of myself or clean, then it straight away hits me. And I take it as criticism, or not even as criticism, because I really don't see it that way, not as criticism, but I take it in myself. I criticize myself. It opens up all the places. Well, it's also like somebody can see me all the way, like I'm see-through, like there's nothing to hide. You can't hide anything. Because if at the base level he sees me, then he sees all the crap that's on top of it. And the analogy that I used the other day in one of my videos was like a shoreline, and like I'm the water. He doesn't have to do anything but just be. And I'm like the water. I break on the shoreline when I come up onto the shore. And knowing that we meet each other from the same point, I know that the opposite is also true. That just in my existence and just in my being who I am, that he meets me in the same way. I'm like his shoreline, which in one way is very reassuring and securing, because it's like he's my ground and I'm his ground. And knowing how I am constantly being drawn back, I know that he is being drawn back. It's like we are inseparable, but separate, inseparable but afraid of the unity, because in unity you are afraid to lose yourself, or you're afraid of, this is it's like your own self looking through you and can see any place that you are. It's like a reflection of yourself back to you, and that can be very, very scary. It's like your better self looking at you, being your own critique. But on another way, it is very reassuring and it gives a lot of strength and security to know that just like I will always be drawn back, he will always be drawn back. So it's like it allows me to be able to let go and just be. So it gives me security in that way of knowing that he will always be there in my life. His presence will always be there. And we're constantly and consistently being drawn back to each other. And so in that way, in the beginning, when I first started getting on this journey, it's like you have this fear of losing this person that he's going to, what if he disappears? Oh my goodness, whoa. But in knowing that we are counterparts, like in this, we're partners in this, it gives me the security to know and the space to do my own work, to work on me. And the more I let go and the more I allow and I just am, and in acceptance of me, of him, of whatever it is, whatever comes, the more strong I feel, the more secure I feel in the relationship, the more secure I feel in myself. The more I realize what this journey is about, really. And it's all for gain. It's an amazing journey, and I'm learning how to enjoy it. There's the pitfalls. I won't say. It's not like I wasn't, crying this morning. It's intense, and there is immense pain involved because there's so much change, and the change is, constant and necessary. It's change, but it's for the good. It's more of like a letting go of all the falsities, letting go of everything that's not serving me, letting go of all the places that I'm holding in. It's like when you have nothing to hide, you hide nothing, and you can't hide anything, so you have to let it go. You can't hold on. The holding on and trying to fight against is where the pain comes in. So it's like lowering your ego or taking hold of your ego, which your ego is the falsity that you are separate from. And so in the beginning you fight against. No, it's you make excuses for. And at some point you just become like surrendered. It's like, okay, I get it. Okay, I get it. You because when you fight against, first of all, you know that you're inside, you're fighting for nothing. And if you, and in the beginning, you still fight it. You still make excuses and fight it. And then afterwards you realize, okay, that was, I made a fool out of myself for fighting against whatever the point was. It doesn't even matter what the point was. If you're on a twin journey, you understand what I'm saying. If you're doing the work, then you understand what I'm saying. And at some point you realize that, and so then you just, from the very get-go, you don't fight, you just go through the pain. Okay. Ugh. Until there's nothing more. Until you realize there's no need, there's no, you just become completely surrendered to it. Whatever comes, okay. And then it just, and it also just becomes easy. Like there is no pain anymore. You get used to it. It's not like you're used to it, but you just go through it. It's with ease. Okay. Oh, there's another thing to let go of, and you just watch it all pass. And it feels like you're being picked up, and you're just being up, up the spiral, bypassing things as you go, and you're like, oh, okay. It's like you're going into the sky. It's really cool. It's really cool. And I think that the closer that you get to, the higher you go and the closer you get, the spiral becomes like, and the quicker it happens. It's like going into a black hole. The closer you get to the eye, the faster you start going around, because the more, the easier it becomes, and you get used to it, and it's just like, oh, okay, flicking off all the, all the unnecessary crap. So you get used to it. It's just like, okay, yeah, another thing goes, another one bites the dust, like you start, oh yeah, that too, okay, out the door, breaking all these false beliefs that you have, and coming into sincerity and being completely honest, and just being flat with yourself, being flat with the people around you. And when you're flat with yourself, you quit being, quit being fakey or inauthentic, and just going with what you feel truly at the time. And really you get down to your baseline, to your soul line, I guess. You also are able to see more clearly the people around you. And at the same time, you've been there. So you have the empathy and the ability to accept yourself, accept the people that are around you. It's kind of like that giving in, or the surrender is also accepting. You accept the way things are. You quit trying to fight against the way things are. And it's kind of like getting to a place of pure love. Everybody is how they are for reasons. Everything is as it is for reasons. And you get to this place of pure love. But in the place of pure love, there's also pain. because you can see where things are out of whack. What's coming to my mind is that movie, the Dr. Seuss movie, and the where the all of the trees are being cut down, and there's this dude putting on these like snake boots. I don't know if that was in the movie or in this little animation that I saw. Picking up some snakes from the ground and putting them on his feet for boots. And I kind of see that with the plants and the animals and what we're doing and the devastation around the world. And when you start surrendering and you start seeing more what's important and what's real, you also see those things that can be painful. So I see that I've already been talking about 16 minutes, so I'm going to stop this here. So I'm sending you lots and lots of love if you're on this twin flame journey and on your own individual path, which that is what it is really about. It's really about that. It's about your own self awakening, your own awakening. So I'm wishing you lots and lots of love and strength and power to you. And thank you for watching.